Okay children, let's continue. See here, as I was explaining you, mother and I are going to shift the bureau. Henry said this sentence. I just wanted you to remind the subject verb agreement basic rule. So what is the basic rule? I hope you have idea about this. Just when we read the sentence, when we revise it, you know, your first and second paper all filled with with basic grammar parts. So you must understand and how you can revise it, how you can be thorough in that while reading which word is noun, how it changes to adjective, and the comparative degree or the superlative degree or the be form of the verb, or here if you see, as I said, subject verb agreement, the most common grammatical mistakes what we make in our sentences. So here mother and I are. So here the verb are, the auxiliary verb are is taken as the verb. So when a sentence doesn't have a main verb, so there are two kinds of verb, you know, auxiliary verb and main verb. Auxiliary verb like are, is, am, do, does, did, has, have, all modal verbs, can, could, should, shall, all this comes under modal verb. So here this are is taken as the verb, so here this verb must agree. When the subject, so here mother one subject and I is the another subject which is joined with and. So here when your two subjects are joined with and, then here singular subjects, both the singular subjects are joined with the so here two subjects you have plural, so here also the verb should also become plural. So what is the basic rule of subject verb agreement? The subject must agree with the verb in number. For example, when our subject is singular, to make it plural, what we do children? We add s. So here it is in the verb, when we delete s, that becomes plural actually. We add s when it becomes singular. That's the opposite in case in subject and verb. Okay. So here when it is joined, when two subjects joined with and, it becomes plural and we must carry the verb as a plural. So here mother and I are. Okay. My friend and I are going to picnic. Understand? So it goes. So here with such kind of, while reading in this, so how you should read keeping full concentration, that you have to see how the subject is and what the verb it carries, what's the modal verb here and why. So this is the way, the best way to be thorough in your error parts. Really I can. So you have now, this is the time you can do it now children. Seriously I am saying, sitting here at home with less homeworks, so you can keep more concentration here now. So please when you read like this. Okay. So yes, please come back to our lesson children. Don't get distracted, but such discussion during lesson is needed children, so that even you get so this is a kind of guidance you can understand to make thorough, to make few people thorough in your lesson. So when Henry said, mother and I are going to bring grandfather's bureau down here. When Victoria asked to his father, why did you remove your coat, father? Said that myself and your mother, we both are going to bring grandfather's bureau from his room to down here. Okay. Who said this? Henry said to whom? To his mother. Sorry, Henry said to his daughter. I am really sorry children. Victoria, are you planning to pinch it? So immediately Victoria's reaction, you see, because grandfather is lying dead over there and till these many days you did not act anything, and now you are saying, are you planning to pinch? That means, are you planning to steal? Children, what is the meaning of pinch? Steal. Are you trying to steal it, father? So it was the question kept by Victoria. So now you can understand, even Victoria has the quality of his father. Sensible, obedient, she knows what's wrong and what's right. So without someone's permission, if you take something from from their room or anything, that is kind of stealing only. Yes, so this is one good manner what we learn. Anything, maybe it is. So suppose for example, I just give a small example, children, don't mind it. So you need some money, okay, for ice cream or to go out or something from your father's purse, mother's purse, you just remove it. That's not a good manner. Though yes, ma daddy, ma mommy, you say no. Yes, it's, but the manners, when you are removing something from them, it's better you inform, may I? Or you may give it me. Yes, and surely they will allow you to, yes, you go and take. But the manners, these are the manners we must. So you are sitting, when you take from my friend without asking, I will take his notes from his bag. Yes, you are best friends, you can take, I am not saying it's wrong, but the thing you carry on with this like this and it becomes a habit for you, without informing you do something. So better, you must develop habit where we must at least inform them that yes, I am taking this book from your bag. It's not that, okay, your best friend, you may not ask permission, that may look bit formal, but yes, you might inform them before taking it. Yes or no? So, and in the same thing at home also, these are the minimum courtesy behavior every person, civilized person should have in them. I urge, yes. So here the Victoria, how it's like kind of stealing. Are you trying to steal it? Henry was shocked of her daughter's reaction. The way her daughter said, she was really shocked. Sorry, he was shocked. No, my child, grandpa gave it to your mother before he died. So Henry can't afford to make his child believe that my parents are stealing something. So immediately said, he was shocked and he said, no child, we are not stealing, because before your grandfather died, he has given it to your mother. So he somehow managed the thing. Victoria, this morning, so he asked, this morning, are you speaking about today's morning? Henry, yes. Victoria, as an expression what you use commonly, he was drunk this morning. So Victoria says, he was drunk, drunk in the sense he was in a state of alcohol. So what he spoke, he doesn't know. That's why he might have. So you can't take it seriously. What Victoria means. Mrs. Slater appears carrying a handsome clock under her arm. So if you remember this conversation, before that Amelia went to father's room to remove the chairs, and now she comes back carrying a handsome clock under her arm, here under her arm. There, like me, she hiding something and coming down. So Mrs. Slater, I thought I would fetch this down as well. So after coming, she thought when I went to father's room, even I thought, let me fetch means even bring me this down as well. She puts it on the mantelpiece. What is mantelpiece, children? So mantelpiece, actually in foreign countries, the weather, it will be very like chill weather. So snow, you know how it will be. So every house would have a fireplace. So fireplace, you know how it will be inside, like upon the wall, to side to the wall they'll dig and they'll make like a showcase upon that fireplace. So here the mantelpiece is that. So the decorated part of that fireplace, she keeps that watch upon that. I hope you understand, children. It's nothing but a place. Suppose if this is your what do you call wall, so a fireplace will be made here. They make it all the time the fire would be on with a little bit of warmth, so that it inside it could spread the warmth. So even they'll have chairs here, people can sit and enjoy. So here this people decorate it, or they make it very beautifully with wood, or not wood, but a kind of in a where the fire it can be inside it. So here this is what called mantelpiece. So she kept that clock over there. Our clock's worth nothing, and this always appealed to me. So she says, our clock, what was there, it never attracted me. I don't like it. And here always this clock of father's somehow attracted me. Always I liked it. Who says? Mrs. Slater. So you can understand, she just eyed everything of her father's. You can understand how she is, the character, what the description given, introduction of her. Nothing is wrong, sort of less. They have more. They have said. It's like, it's equal. She, how greedy she is. She is not. First she has taken the slippers, now she is bringing the bureau, as well as each and everything what she likes in her father's room, she is trying to take it. So you can see she is greedy. Always whatever she has, she never liked it. She always wanted what others good things she has, she always wanted that. And in that case, she did not even leave her father. Okay, children. So Victoria says, that's grandpa's clock. Immediately Victoria says, that is grandpa's, that is not ours. How can you? So that was reaction of Victoria. We'll continue this, children, next part.